Hi, guys. Welcome to Questionable Lock, where we give you questionable sports bets for a questionable group of sports bettors. I'm Carson Marsh.
I'm Sebastian Atashi.
And we got some great games for you. Some Friday games, some Saturday games. Seb, how about you start us off with Bucks Pelicans? They meet later tonight. Pelicans are plus 280, Milwaukee minus 8.5, and they're minus 340 favorite. What do you think about this game?
Well, let's talk about the Pelicans first. They're coming off two big wins. They ended up blowing out the Pistons last night after being down 9 in the third quarter. They obviously had that huge comeback on Sunday, I believe. Maybe it was Monday against the Celtics, which they were down 24 points, ended up getting the dub in overtime. You know, this is a team that doesn't lack offensive talent. They definitely don't lack guys. Zion Zion named his All-Star game, Brandon Ingram, All-Star talent. Lonzo Ball's been playing well as of late, and they got some other guys, but, you know, defense is what really lets them down sometimes. And I think against a team like the Bucks, you know, you can score the ball as much as you want, but if they get going and they start locking in, I think it's going to be a tough night for the Pelicans.
Yeah, obviously, said you brought up the Pistons. Pistons, worst team in the East right now. Celtics definitely. I think
Pistons got some big wins though. They got the Lakers. They got the Bucks twice, I think.
Yeah, the Lakers without AD, and obviously we're talking about a Bucks team that definitely doesn't play any defense. The over under for this game is set at 242.5. Given that both of these teams seem like they do not play a lot of defense, you leaning over under? I'm definitely going to take the under just because 242 seems like a very, very inflated number, especially when the Pelicans are coming off of two big wins and the Bucks are coming off three big wins where they scored 139 points in their last game and over 120 points in the game before against the Thunder. So hopefully for my under's sake, they don't score a bunch of points tonight. What do you think about this? Am I crazy on this one?
I think, dude, 240 is a lot of points. So, you know, it's obviously that's hard to go for that one. I think what could happen tonight is the Bucks have a big scoring night, but I think that, you know, Pelicans' second night of a back-to-back. Bucks have won their last three games by an average of about 18 points, I believe. So they're playing good basketball right now. I think, you know, I really want to see a good game tonight, but I think we might see like 120 to 105 kind of game for the Bucks in which they just get the job done. I think Drew Holiday is doubtful, which is tough for them. You know, he wants to play against his old squad in the Pelicans, but they still have.
So going back to your score, you think Pelicans don't cover the spread, minus 8.5. You think Bucks cover?
I'm not going to bet on the spread, any big spread like that, especially a team as talented as the Pelicans. Kind of want to stay away from, but I do think that the Bucks can and probably should. This is, you know, this Pelicans are very good, but this is a game they should win. They've been playing very well, and, you know, they need to kind of you always want to go into the All-Star break with some momentum. You don't want to get dragged in there like a certain LA team is right now. So
yeah, well, unfortunately, after the Jazz blowout last night, we'll not be betting on many Lakers games going forward. But
yeah,
I actually think the Pelicans will cover plus 8.5. I think it'll be a backdoor cover though. I think the Bucks, for that matter, will dominate this game. And I think they easily could cover minus 8.5 because I feel like the Bucks cover these type of spreads, and then they don't in the spreads they should cover. So just in terms of where these two teams are at the moment, I just think that the Bucks are more primed to win this game. But I also think that, you know, you said that they were down. The Pelicans were down a ton to the Celtics, and I mean the Celtics have great players. Other than that Luka dagger the other day,
they dub for me.
Yeah, the Celtics, they've been falling as of late, but that kind of brings me to the next game, Blazers-Lakers, Friday night. Not many lines are posted right now, but the Blazers are probably +5 or somewhere in the plus money. What I would be all over the Blazers is if this game was tonight, I would be all over the Blazers just because of how the Lakers have been playing without AD. What do you think is the biggest? Well, let's say Schroeder's back from COVID protocol. What do you think is the biggest mismatch in this game for an AD-less Lakers to a Dame-led Trailblazers team?
You know, the Blazers missing. They're missing CJ McCollum and Nurkic, and those are two of their biggest guys. But, you know, we were talking a little about before the show how good their offense has been lately with Cantor at the 5. And, you know, Cantor, everyone knows what he can do. He can score the ball. He can give it to you in the mid-range, in the post. What he lacks is defense. Him getting matched up with Marc Gasol or Montrez is much, much better than him having to worry about guarding AD, him having to worry about getting guarded by AD. So I think that, Cantor walking double-double, I think he has a big night tomorrow night, 20 and 10. I think Dame has another big night. And, I want to have faith in my squad, but there's no effort right now. It's just it doesn't look good.
They looked lost against Utah. Yeah.
That shit happens, especially against the Jazz regular season. I'm sure they're going to be hanging that banner soon, regular season GOATs. But they already have
it. They've already hung it. It's already up right now. It's in Salt Lake City. It's hanging from the Mormon church.
That's a team that'll punish you for your mistakes like that. The Blazers, they don't have that capability. They don't move the ball as well as the Jazz. Jazz looked so good on offense last night.
There's also a lack of motivation, I think, especially with defending champions who run into this roadblock of, I feel like it happens actually a lot with LeBron teams, where they run into this roadblock of they're supposed to be there or they're supposed to be in the playoffs, so it's not going to be a big deal if they lose these games. Obviously, what that does to morale, we don't know. But
not worried.
Robert Covington and even
altitude, that's tough.
Yeah, that can be tough, especially on a long road trip. But Robert Covington, certain players on this Blazers team, I feel like have fit really well, especially with Dame leading the team. So I'm going to have to take +5. I would honestly take the money line. Trailblazers lost to the Clippers. Value. Yeah, great value. Trailblazers lost to the Clippers a couple nights ago, only by 3 or 4 points, and covered their +7.5. So I think if they can hang with a much superior team at the moment and the Clippers, I think they're going to be able to beat the Lakers.
Yeah, I think, I don't want to say we're going to lose so it could be 5 in a row. So, we got to turn it on at some point, right? So I'm waiting for that game. If I can get good money on the Lakers, I'll take that. But I think anything +5 and under, you probably got to give it to the Blazers. Although we're due for a blowout to just go off one game. And a lot of times with teams,
a blowout without AD
hitting. That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of times with teams in the NBA, if a team is just hitting their shots that night, there's nothing you can do about it. Like really nothing you could do about it. So maybe
then you better hope that Schroeder's back.
Man, I'm not worried about the playoffs or anything, but some effort. Schroeder, I think he has to keep testing negative. So if he doesn't test positive before Friday, he should be good to go. But we'll see. Don't really know.
We will. Hopefully he will be back in the sake of competition standpoint. But other than that, we have Ohio State playing Michigan State tonight. Michigan State coming off a big win over Illinois, and then Ohio State sitting at 18-5. Ohio State is -4. Who are you taking in this? I think all my money's going to be on -4 for Ohio State.
Yeah, well, I think I'd probably rock with that too. But I will talk for Michigan State. Like you said, they just beat Illinois, number 5 team in the country. Their best player did get a little. I don't, his name is Ayo. I don't know how to say his last name correctly. He's a dog. He will be an NBA player. He got a facial injury though, so that was tough for them. But Tom Izzo coach team, they're starting to turn up right around March. That's what they do every year. Aaron Henry averaging 15 points a game, I believe, on the year to lead them. He's looking like an NBA talent too, and that this team is going to play hard. Another rivalry game for them anytime it's in the Big Ten. And, I'm sure they feel at least a little disrespected when you play the number 5 team in the country, you're underdog. You play number 4 team. That's not what Michigan State is used to. But yeah, -4. I think it's going to be a tight one. I believe that Ohio State is 6-0 against the spread on the road this year. So that could be
powerful statistic.
Yeah, they're coming off a loss against an extremely good Michigan team. And Ohio State played very well in that game. I watched about the last 10 minutes or so. I think they're going to overtime. It was a tight game, but they
lost by 3 or 4 points, I believe.
That's a good team though.
Yeah, Ohio State featuring Dwayne Washington Jr. There's actually a lot of great talent on this Ohio State team, and obviously on the Michigan State time too. You said Tom Izzo. He's a Hall of Fame coach. He's been one of the best coaches in NCAA for literally I don't even know, since I've been alive. So this is going to be a really
mishaps.
Really good game tonight. That's at 6 p.m. tonight. And other than that, I think I'm going to have to lock in my questionable lock of the week, though, on the Blazers. I just think that +5 is such a lock. And the plus money could be great, too.
We'll see what the line is tomorrow, probably. But we're seeing early inklings are that it's +5 for the Blazers, which doesn't really make sense, like CJ said.
Yeah, so we will see.
We've been
Lakers have looked so bad. So, I don't know if you have any questionable locks of the week, but other than
Nets,
that,
Mavs, Saturday, that's going to be a big
that'll
one.
be good. I'm sure Nets will be favored by 5, 6.
Yeah, no line in that. Over in that game might be the call because that will be some offensive firepower. The way the Mavs have been playing lately, the way Luka's been playing lately. I think Mavs are 5-1, 6-1 in their last 7 games. So that should be a really fun one Saturday, prime time. KD's expected to be out still, but Kyrie and James Harden, first Luka, and the rest of the Mavs should be a very, very good one. I'll probably, depending on what the line is, Mavs to cover in that one maybe.
Could be a good bet. I like the over. I think the over on that game, especially with the Nets playing absolutely no defense. The Nets, I should say. And then the Mavs, obviously Luka has been on fire too. And also some conversations about maybe moving Kristaps, but that'll be for a different time. But we will see how that affects team chemistry, how the Nets could potentially pull off their 6th dub in a row, I think.
Yeah, they especially I think they're 12-1 now against teams above 500.
Yeah, they look insane.
Something shitty against teams under 500.
Yeah.
So they're going to be ready to go. Primetime game, Harden, Kyrie, they're going to be cooking. I'm excited.
Yeah, we'll see. Excited to see KD back too. But other than that, make sure to check out www.questionablelock.com. As always, got some more videos coming for you guys with more short segments targeted at what you guys really want to see. Other than that, there are some new articles definitely on the site. Check out Twitter, Instagram, and that's all. Thank you guys.